After a 2-day trip to Santorini, we returned to Athens airport. We stayed at Athenian Living Suites, which I booked on Booking.com. The one-bedroom apartment was conveniently located near the main tourist attractions and cost approximately €380 for 4 nights, making it very affordable. We took a taxi from the airport to the accommodation. While the location was excellent for exploring the city on foot, it was not very quiet due to its central location. However, the facilities were good, and the convenience of walking everywhere was a major plus. The accommodation featured a living room and kitchen on the main floor, with a bedroom and bathroom located upstairs. The kitchen was clean, stylish, and spacious enough to accommodate 3 people comfortably. Pataki Street is just a 2 to 3 minute walk from the accommodation. A dessert shop called Little Kook is just a 2-minute walk from the accommodation and appeared to be very popular. Monastiraki Square is just a 4-minute walk from the accommodation. The streets leading there can be a bit crowded and chaotic, but that's all part of Athens' lively atmosphere. Monastiraki Square is popular with tourists and is conveniently connected to the Athens flea market nearby. While there may not be much to buy, it's still worth exploring. A short walk from Monastiraki Square leads to the Gate of Athena Archaegetus. You can reach the Acropolis in about 13 minutes on foot from the Gate of Athena Archaegetus. The walk is slightly uphill, but it offers a chance to enjoy Athens' charming alleys along the way. We purchased tickets at the Acropolis ticket office. Upon entering the Acropolis, first we visited the nearby Odeon of Herodes Atticus. The remains of this ancient theater are stunning, and you'll likely find yourself taking plenty of photos. Then, you can go through Propylaea. You can visit the famous Parthenon, which is partially under restoration. The ancient ruins convey a deep sense of history, and it's remarkable to think that this site, as the birthplace of civilization and philosophy, thrived so many centuries ago. Next to it is the sanctuary of Zeus Peleus. After exploring the ruins, we headed straight back down to the Propylaea without spending any additional time. From the Acropolis, you can enjoy a panoramic view of downtown Athens. From the Acropolis, you can walk back down to the city center, stopping along the way to visit the Temple of Olympian Zeus. The Arch of Hadrian is just a 3-minute walk from the Temple of Olympian Zeus. Be sure to visit the Acropolis Museum, which is an 8-minute walk from the Temple of Olympian Zeus. The entrance fee is about €15. There is so much to see inside the Acropolis Museum. You can also enjoy a wonderful view, especially since the Acropolis looks stunning from inside the museum. After exploring the museum, it would be nice to enjoy a cup of coffee at the cafe connected to the museum. Now, let me tell you about the food we enjoyed during our 4-night stay in Athens. There are countless Greek restaurants in the city, and the ones that are always crowded tend to be reliable. We one time took out souvlaki and gyros and enjoyed them back at our hotel. They were generous, affordable, and most of all, delicious. The grilling technique for the meat was exceptional. Walking around the city, you'll find many cafes, and no matter where you go, the food is delicious, the staff is friendly, and the atmosphere is lively. It seems that many Greeks enjoy spending long hours during the day eating and hanging out at cafes, bars, and restaurants with friends. There's another way to eat cheaply in Athens. In Greece, there are restaurants called Magiriou that sell home-cooked food by weight. They offer traditional dishes at reasonable prices, so be sure to try one. We happened to eat at one near our accommodation, and it was so delicious that we went back several times. It was a cozy dish that we never got tired of, no matter how much we ate. It was light, not greasy, and felt just like home-cooked food. I can't remember the name of the restaurant now, but there are many places with this style, so I definitely want to go again. Another place I would like to recommend is Atlantico's, an inexpensive seafood restaurant located 2 minutes away from our accommodation. Everything we ordered, including salads, pastas, and fried seafood, was incredibly fresh, refreshing, and delicious. I was surprised by how many places like this there were in Athens. If you walk around the city, you'll come across a shop called Lookamade's, famous for its donuts. They are delicious, but I wouldn't say they're a must-try in Athens. You can just grab some bread from a nearby cafe or breakfast spot and enjoy it in the morning. There's a bazaar supermarket just a 10-minute walk from our accommodation, so we often stopped by to buy drinks, fruit, and other breakfast items. Of course, I also bought a lot of Greek olive oil. On the last evening, we wanted to spend some family time with a view of the Acropolis, so I made a reservation at Electra Roof Garden. It was close to our accommodation, but before we went there, we stopped by a unique shop called Forget-Me-Not. There are many Greek-style items, making it a great place to shop for souvenirs. On the way to Electra Roof Garden, there is a restaurant called Ergon House Athens. Electra Roof Garden is a restaurant in the Electra Metropolis Athens Hotel, offering a really great view. Every seat in the restaurant offered a great view of the Acropolis. The wine and food were both delicious. Above all, the staff were so kind, they even took pictures of us without us asking. The price wasn't cheap, and the portions were on the smaller side. My teenage son mentioned that the portions were a bit small, and I remember I ended up buying more gyros for my son on the way back to the hotel. However, it was an impressive place, and I'll always associate it with the Acropolis. After completing our 4-night Athens itinerary, we took a taxi early in the morning to Athens Airport and flew Lufthansa for 3 hours to Frankfurt Airport. Frankfurt Airport has our favorite Lux Lounge, where we enjoyed some delicious sausages before catching a 9-hour flight back to Washington, D.C. The city of Athens, Greece, is not close to the eastern part of the United States, so airfare can be expensive. However, you can save money by booking a one-stop flight. Additionally, Athens offers affordable accommodation and food, making it an easy destination for families. If you choose a place with a kitchen, you can travel without much financial burden. It's also fun to discover delicious spots, especially local restaurants. Above all, the food is seafood-based, so you won't get tired of it, and it's a paradise for seafood lovers. Greece is known for its many historic cities, but my family loves food more than historical sites. Despite the distance, we would definitely want to visit Greece again.